Greetings. I hope this finds you well. This is Courtney Rollins with the Life and Transitions Experts podcast. Here, where we help folks who are going through some of the biggest transitions in life. We like to say we help people with the property and the stuff, and provide hopefully options and solutions for folks, particularly when they're going through probate, or perhaps they're needing to sell a house for other uh, times and moments in their life, really, where there's distress. So I appreciate you being here. If you're here because of that, I really hope and am faithful that you are, or hopeful that you're able to listen. My express my care and concern, is what I'm saying. And today is going to be a little different. Usually on Mondays, I pull the veil back and look at different parts of my skill set as a person who speaks to people who are going through probate and going through different transitions and challenges. And they're like, how do I bring value? How do I listen? How do I share? How do I discuss options? And one of those things that's usually a part of the conversation is property. And one question many people have when they're hoping to sell their property, and particularly when they're hoping to sell the property as is how do I sell my property as is? Meaning, just take it as is and still get full asking price. Usually, that's the main question, regardless. Regardless of when you're a seller and you want to sell your property, you want to get the asking price. You want to get above asking price, but it can be a challenge if the property has some form of distress. Perhaps there's roof that needs to be repaired, or there's major damages or even minor damages that add up. How do I still get the asking price that I want? Because all these people are calling me and just lowballing me left and right. Oh my goodness, I know my property has issues, but how do I do that? Or perhaps there's a tenant in there and they're hard to get out, so I know there's going to be issues there. Or perhaps there's a mortgage that's a certain space and you need support to pay the monthly mortgages. And there's a lot of forms of distress that can make it a challenge for you to still get your full asking price. So I'm going to turn it around and show you from my perspective how I actually speak to people and even present ways that they can still get their full ask price for their property. So let's take a look. That was a long intro, but I made it through. Let's see. Present arms. Shout out to Canva. I need to get an affiliation with Canva because I use them so much. It's awesome. Sorry, how to get full asking price. The main thing is, especially I preach to my team, is just to keep it simple. When we're presenting, or especially when there's folks who are reaching out to people to see if they need support or help, particularly with their property. When someone raised their hand and says yes, and then we discuss and find out that, hey, we maybe can't agree on price, or perhaps we just want to present this to folks because we want to give folks all their options. We just try to keep it simple, and you can just simply ask, hey, if the property qualifies, because of course not every property fits or qualifies, but if the property qualifies and if I can get you the price that you want, can you take it on terms? And that's usually the words that they use, terms, because it's not scary. A confused mind says no, so I'm not trying to bombard you or overcomplicate things with what the specifics of it are at that stage, at that time. You just ask the question, you just be quiet, and you listen. And if you or someone who's on the other side is interested, then that's when I would still, especially if this is a team member that's at the entry stage of talking to someone who's maybe a property owner or needing support in some other way, I would recommend they don't try it again unless they are clearly comfortable and trained, and that's the way your system is set up. I would have them just go ahead and set up the meeting with the next team member who's going to be able to discuss it further. And I would even, give them the freedom to say that, hey, okay, that's not my wheelbarrow, or it's not my wheelhouse to say, but let me get you to John, who can speak to you about that, or let me get you to Nancy, because she's going to be able to discuss things with you better than I can. So let's see if it qualifies, and if it does, we just move that on. Does that sound all right to you? Another question I like to ask is at the end, like, can you take it on terms or probably not? I like to ask people, if I give people opportunities to say no and know that's completely okay to say no. Let's look at just some of the if you are negotiating, if you have gotten to the point you want to discuss with them. Really, this is creative financing, so it could be any way that you want it. So a lot of questions I usually ask is, what do you think is a good monthly payment? Because sometimes it could be based on a certain amount that's really comfortable. What's comfortable for one seller could be uncomfortable for another. Some sellers are willing to take no down payments if that purchase price is locked in, and for many different reasons. Perhaps there's a relationship there, or perhaps they don't want that money on their books just yet. There's tons of different reasons that a experienced or just a seller may consider a smaller monthly payment, or they may consider a higher monthly payment. It really just all depends. It's creative financing, right? Would you want a down payment? Some, again, may want one, may not want one, based on many plethora of reasons. This is creative financing. The length of the terms. They're going to be, is this going to stretch out for 20, 30 years, and that seller knows they have monthly payments coming, or whatever the terms say the iteration of the payments are? Or is this going to be a 2-year, 3-year, and there's a balloon payment of the final amount at that time? Whatever it is, it needs to be sketched out so that the attorneys and everyone can properly put that there. Again, this is creative financing. What are the issues that we need to have there, as well as making sure there's, of course, things in your documents that protect you and protect all parties, such as being able to foreclose and it being secured by the deed. Matter of fact, we can talk about some of the benefits and some of the things to look out for as well on all sides. One benefit is that you lock in the purchase price, regardless of the real estate market going up or down. If we're in a bubble or not, things about to crash or things about to keep skyrocketing, whatever, you got that price locked in, so what the price is, and that's great for all parties. I'm not a financial advisor, but from my understanding, if you take payments of when you receive income, you're usually taxed on it if you're receiving it or whoever entity is receiving it. However, if it's payments are taken over 12 months, then it's considered passive income. It's not considered active income, and it's not taxed in the same bracket. So again, check with your CPA, but that's one of the great benefits folks enjoy when they do stretch out their payments. Passive income is, well, you are now receiving passive income, which is awesome. And a lot of people want that income that is coming in steady, that doesn't require a continuous output of your energy. You're the bank, not the landlord, so you're not dealing with those 3 T's: toilets, termites, and tenants. You're the bank, so you're holding the note, you're receiving that. And again, it's secured by the property. So if the seller or the cash buyer or the person ends up not being legit, or their LLC gets taken away or revoked, whatever, you still have it's secured by the property, so you get to, depending on the state you're in, whatever the process is, to foreclose and get the deed back with all the money that was paid down, and hopefully increased equity. Of course, things to consider: this is, you're dealing with someone, so you want to make sure that they're reputable buyers and that they have either a track record or some way that you can trust them. Even though you do get the deed back, foreclosure is not fun. Who wants to go through that? There's other things to consider for the purchase price. Again, that maybe the real estate market keeps going up, and perhaps you lose all the equity that you could have received. A tax benefit of being a renter or a landlord, I should say, is that that owns the property, or is that you get to cost aggregate, and basically you get to deduct a lot of losses based income that you're receiving, which will lower your tax liability. But because you don't necessarily own the property now, you own the note, that's no longer there. But sometimes it trades off really well because, again, you don't have to pay the capital gains tax. So again, talk to somebody super smart in that area, way smarter than me, and maybe something, again, to consider. But these are ways that you may be able to get full asking price from it as is cash buyer. And of course, it benefits them because they get to go in at usually a entry level that's less expensive. They usually, now that they own the property technically because the deed's transferred in their name, they get to qualify for loans and things of that nature to pay you quicker, as well as complete whatever investment strategy that they're completing. So quite often is when there's other ways there's even more wins when you could actually put someone else into that home and all the benefits of it. It helps the economy, hurts no one, helps everyone. But again, it has to be reputable folks all around and involved. So make sure you have the attorneys that are reputable, making sure this is tight and done well and properly. And if you have any questions, holler at your boy. You can reach me at Courtney at doreideals.com or Courtney at estateproservice.com or DM me, all that good stuff. And I'd love to work with you and help you. And until next time, keep letting your light shine. Cheers.